So it is beautiful sutra. It says Tirva Samveganam Asanda. Those who have intense desire to succeed. But that level of intensity of seeking the self-discovery are also categorized by three levels: mild, medium, and intensive. So now you say you have the intensive desire. Then how can you divide with the mild, medium, and intensive to succeed? So these are the sutras. So when we open these sutras, we have to refer either the Upanishad or the other text. So there is a Upanishad known as Katho Upanishad, and then you will understand easily. You can compare your attitude, your way of life to find out whether you have that intense level of seeking. So, what he says, there is a one line phrase, again, the mantra: many do not have the opportunity to hear about the real self. You see that I've been living my life, why anxiety, stress, and then I say stress is a part of the life, what should I do? And then you hear, oh, there is a real self that is always free from all kinds of stress, pain, and the suffering. And where it is located? It is located within all of us. Now you see that. What what happens to the mind? Oh, there it is. But now the caveat comes. Many do not have the opportunity to hear about it. Even if one hears, lacks the ability to understand. He's talking crazy about the real self. There is no permanent happiness. You are intelligent, you are wise, but still you lacks the ability to understand. That is why you cannot treat the path. Now, even if you understand, you lack the patience to practice. We have been continuing this journey almost Monday and Thursdays. Jerry, I think it has been a year now. So see how many people have come and how many people have gone and how many people are still continuing. You see that as a teacher, I know it. So I have nothing. Okay, come and go. Understand that many do not have the opportunity to hear about this journey. Means there is a real self. Even if you hear, lacks the ability to understand. Even if you understand, you lack the patience to practice. And even if you have the patience, you lack the courage to firmly be grounded to the practice. No, I have to do the practice. You might have seen your mind, oh, today I don't feel like doing it. You see the idea, see the understanding of these masters. They have covered almost every aspect of the human mind and the human psychology. So we know it. So when you write to me something, today, oh, I am not interested. Thank you. It is your. And then, thus only a handful of the people will continue the practice. It is that ultimate knowledge that you are not what is the ultimate knowledge? Master puts it in such a beautiful way that we get inspired. So what he puts in Upanishad, he says, okay, you are not a drop in an ocean, but an ocean in a drop. Can you understand that you are an ocean in a drop? Ocean means that you are the real self. You are full of that inner peace, happiness, love, and the wisdom. Now see a person is suffering a lot, blaming and complaining people outside, condition, unfavorable condition. Now you hear it. You hear it, you have an ability to understand, and you have a tremendous patience to practice. Then what happens? Your life changes. So who changed your life? Not the teacher. You. You as a seeker. You as a seeker. So let me bring out some of the other understanding from the Gita. So Gita says one in several thousands of people is keen, is interested in the self-discovery. Among those, only a few people knows or wants to treat the path. Can I force you to treat the path? Can I put you into prison? No, you have to find yourself. It will not work. That is why you have to become a seeker by yourself. Oh, is there a permanent peace in me? Am I full of love within me? That comes by understanding, doing the practice regularly, continuing the journey, understanding from the different perspective. That is what the 3000 text talks about. Are you getting it? See that, and I'm covering the two sutras. First sutra says, those who have an intense desire. So it means you hear it, you understand it, you have a patience to practice it, you continue, you have a commitment, not to me, not to any teacher, to yourself. Because you have to find that permanent peace in you, in you. So that is why the Gita says one in several thousands of, where in several thousands of men. This sutra is Yoga Sutra, chapter 1. Our friend Kate is more academic, so sutra number is 21 and 22. First chapter. So now Krishna is saying several thousands men. So if we lack all those things, then hardly a few people can treat the path. With that reference, I say that, I have been with my master for 26 years until he died. Daily. Daily. Because it gives you a clarity and understanding, and it leads you to that awakening. Now, see, there is another couplet in Gita that also makes it clear. Now we are understanding another level of understanding pertaining to the same sutra. Nati ashnatahatu yoga. Meditation or yoga is not for those who eat a lot. What do you eat is not discussed here. I had a Kundalini teacher who had been my student in New Jersey. Oh, I have stopped eating steak. I said, very good. So after 2 weeks, he said, I feel very weak. So I had restarted it. You need not to get involved in these stuff. What he says, who eat a lot. Understand that. We'll make another understanding from another verse. So yoga or meditation, self-discovery is not for those who eat a lot, not for those who starve themselves. No, what I do, I have been fasting for 10 years. It will not work. I have been overeating. It will not work. Forget about it. Not for those who oversleep. No, I cannot. I have to sleep for 10 hours every day. Work on your life. Why? How you sleep? Do you have a sound sleep? No, I don't have a sound sleep. I only have a sound sleep if I sleep for 12 hours. And out of 12 hours, you have 4 hours of daydreaming. Another 2 hours, you wake up and you keep lying on the bed. Even the science says if you are sleeping, if you claim that you are sleeping for 9 hours, you are only sleeping for 3 hours. That is a C. That is what we say. There is a non-REM sleep. 6 hours is REM sleep. That is what the science talks about it. So it means, can I reduce those 6 hours? So when I say that I sleep for 4 hours, it's not a big deal. Big deal. You simply drop the REM sleep. How you drop the REM sleep? The REM sleep depends on the quantity and the quality of the thoughts that you have in your mind. If those thoughts are left out, 3 to 4 hours of sleep is enough. Are you getting it? Simple, in a scientific way, I'm talking about. So now see that Krishna, our crazy originator of yoga, has already discussed about it. Verily, this yoga is not for him who eats too much, who sleeps too much, and who works too much. Always running, overworking. And I will refer one sutra from even Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Many of you guys are doing Hatha Yoga. I will refer the sutras. Now Krishna says what he says. What should we do? Yuktahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu. Beautiful verse. I always remember Yukta swapna abodhasya yoga bhavati dukha. What he says, moderation, balance. Krishna says yoga is for one who moderately eats. So don't start thinking moderately eats means you don't have a balanced diet. You see that? Moderation in eating, moderation in play, moderation in sleep, moderation in working. What is that means moderation? Every day when you are eating, you are aware of what you eat. Is it a balanced diet? And then, oh no, I like this too much, so I start overeating. Why overeating? Likes and dislikes. Overeating, desire. Overeating, mind is disturbed. See that? So what he is saying, yukta ahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu. Even in doing activities, physical or mental activities, I should have a moderation. And moderation, yukta ahara viharasya, moderation in diet, moderation in sleep also, moderation in sleep. You are vigilant. You know about secret services, they are always vigilant. So our mind should be vigilant. Am I doing more? Over? Am I doing under? No, it should be balanced. What is the meaning of balance? It's a long journey, but I'm just giving you one example of eating. Moderation in eating. So you are eating every day, and what happens? You start feeling sleepy, lethargic after eating. It's not moderation. So any eating, any food, any eating, I'm not saying items of the food, you are vegan or otherwise. You are eating, you remain full of energy. You are not falling into sleep, letharginess, sleepiness. That is one way to understand that moderation. How it comes? Every day you are aware of what you are doing in terms of the eating and sleeping and working. So only who succeeds, who lives in moderation in all their activities. Yukta. The word yukta means that. Now I have told you that where it is written in Hatha Yoga. Huh? We are, majority of them are teachers, Hatha Yoga teachers. So in Hatha Yoga text, it says Atyahara Prayasascha Prajalpo Niyamagraha. I always remember this verse. Janasanghascha lolyam cha shadbhir yogo vinashyati. How we destroy yoga in our life. There are 6 factors. This is what is talked about Hatha Yoga. Perhaps it is in the chapter 1 and the verse is perhaps 16 or 15. So what he says, what are the 6 factors? They talk in a different way, different expression, but it is the same. Atyahara, eating too much. First barrier. Second barrier, over physical exertion. I do headstand posture for 3 hours to succeed in meditation. Why? When the God in existence has given us 2 feet to walk on, why headstand? Why headstand? Now, today I will going to teach you headstand. I have been doing it for 10 years. And some of my brain's nerves have oversupply, blood supply, and I cannot express myself clearly. I have seen a lot of people in India and also here. So, over physical exertion, 2. Third is engaging my mind in too much of gossip. Normally, we sit for a drink and then we start gossiping. So, gossiping takes your mind away from the real self. But what do we gossip? Gossip about the world outside. Why don't you gossip about the real self? Third problem, according to Hatha Yoga, binding oneself with too many rules and regulations. I'm vegan. Live. Okay, that's all. Take in moderation. I have stopped eating flesh I don't like because I don't want to commit violence. The violence through the mind that you commit is more serious than this physical one. So we bind ourselves with too many rules. Those people will not succeed. Moderation. Understand that moderation. What we are talking, there are the 21 and 22 sutras. He says intense desire for freedom, intense desire to discover the real self, intense desire to discover the permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom. So we have understood the first part, hearing, then lack of understanding, then having patience to practice, then commitment and sincerity. If we have all those traits, then we will succeed. I think Jerry and David and perhaps Stephen joined late last year, and Lara. We know how many people have joined and how many people have left. Should I blame them? No. After 1 year, I'm talking about this. That is the way we have to understand. And the janasanghascha lolyam cha, being in a company of the people who always talk of unnecessary, unwanted things. We find those people. We find those people. You have to be with them if it demands, but keep your mind aware and alert and no fickleness of the mind. So these are the 6 obstacles that will fail you in any meditation. You may be doing meditation with a great teacher or a crazy teacher, it doesn't make any difference. Have you changed your lifestyle? Atyahara prayasascha. I love this. I learned this almost 40 years back. Atyahara prayasascha prajalapo niyamagraha. I force myself. No, I follow this rule. I will sleep at 10, but I'm not getting a sleep. Practice meditation. We force ourselves unnecessary. So what will happen? It will result into any form of anxiety. Gradually, it takes time to allow the mind to settle. Janasanghasya par lolyam cha sharibhir yogo vinashyati. You got it? You understand it? It's a beautiful verse from the Gita. So I heard it. Okay, he's talking crazy. Who doesn't live in stress in this world? So I lack understanding. Well, you find a lot of people. You say, come and join. Ah, it's okay. I'm happy. Eat, drink, and marry. You see that? How deeper understanding these masters have. So it means in those days also, people have the same temperament which we have now. Now see the entire perspective. They have the same understanding. And those masters have examined and observed and understood, and they have passed on this wisdom. So ask yourself, have I heard today? Yes. From this beard guy? Yes, I heard it. Then did I understand it? Yes, I understood it. And after understanding, is the mind says I will be committed to the practice? Yes. Do I have a patience? Do I have a sincerity? Did I practice daily in the last week? Did I do the practice every day? I'm sending you those files to do the practice. Did you listen to it? You see, everything now falls on you. I'm always free. So let us start our practice. Close your eyes.